Hello.
Hello, hello.
What's going on?
What's going on, man? Yeah, just let's see. We're live. We're just waiting for people to join us. But let me see. Let me welcome everybody to another episode number 27. Can you believe that? 27 of the
I can't
Water
every
Cooler.
time we do one of these, I'm thinking like I can't believe we've done blank of these or this many of these.
This is
Which
I'm
is
gonna
in a good way, you know?
So I don't know if you know this little known fact, but this
Uh,
is the longest running live show from MPL ever.
Honored.
That's
Truly
something to be
honored to
proud
be.
of.
Yeah, I mean, have there been many other live shows
Well,
from
no,
MPL?
but
Okay, that's all
I
right.
think there's like maybe one or two other ones. Maybe. But I
Am I in
think
the
we've been the
club?
longest running one.
I'm in the Matrix, Grace. I am definitely in the Matrix. Check it out. With the checkered floor.
Yeah,
But I'm
and
in the Matrix.
because of production costs, I'm stuck in this room. I don't have a cool background.
Is that a closet you're in?
Yeah, they have me in a utility closet.
Nice.
But anyway, I'd like to welcome everybody to episode 27 of the Water Cooler, coming to you live from MPL on a beautiful afternoon of October 7th.
I can't
And
believe it's already October. We're deep in the 20s of episodes. We're gonna hit 30 pretty soon.
yeah, we should do something really special for the 30th episode. Anyway, today we'd like to say happy birthday to Mr. Vladimir Putin.
Okay, let me see if I can get this a little bigger. That's probably as big as it's gonna get. Vladimir Putin, the president and prime minister. Okay, I didn't know he was both president and prime minister. Can you do that?
I don't know, isn't it the same thing, or do they have two different separate offices and it could be potentially two different people? I don't know.
Two different paychecks, probably too.
Hey, why not? If you can do it, might as well do it.
If you're watching this, Mr. Vladimir Putin, get that bread, as they say.
He's probably watching.
Who's next?
All right, so we also have Mr. Yo-Yo Ma,
The very famous cellist,
cellist.
National Medal of
Correct.
Arts, Presidential Medal of Freedom, born in Paris, France. I didn't know he was born in overseas.
Oh yeah, why not?
I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought he was. I mean, it says Chinese American, but he was born in France.
So maybe he holds
All the
like
same.
dual citizenship or something.
Probably has tri citizenship.
Maybe we
So
should
in
try
this
to get him
picture,
on the show for the
in this
30th. See if
picture
he's
here,
willing to come on.
this picture here on the left, he's actually playing for President Reagan and a king from I think it was Japan. So I had to cut
King?
it off just to make it fit better. But
You mean the Emperor of Japan?
it said king of something. I don't know. It might have been emperor.
Oh,
But Mr. Yo-Yo Ma, happy birthday, sir.
happy birthday. Okay, so we got everyone's favorite, Simon Cowell from American Idol.
The X Factor, yeah, and American
Oh, X
Idol.
Factor. What is X Factor? I don't remember that.
It's pretty much the British version of American Idol before they brought it overseas. And this is how I remember him. This little gift that I put in here. I remember him. He was the mean one. You know,
Right, he
the
plays
the, audition,
the.
the four auditioners came in. He would laugh at him or like just shake his head at him.
Right.
But towards the end of his like run on American Idol, and now he's on America's Got Talent. I think he's so nice to everyone now. But I miss the old Simon.
Yeah, I prefer Simon, who would go after contestants saying, "What are you doing? Why are you here? You're wasting my time. You're wasting your time."
He would. Okay. Do you also remember that the Weakest Link show?
Kind of.
Okay, they had like the mean British lady on it. He was the mean
Right.
British guy.
Yeah. You always need a bad guy. You need a bad guy in every show.
True.
You need that duality of the good guys and bad guys, or else it's all boredom, a bore fest.
Speaking of good guys,
Speaking of boredom,
what? Don't even.
I could go into it, but I won't.
Don't do it.
I'll let you say this one.
Tom York from Radiohead, British musician and lead singer of Radiohead, born in Wellingborough, Northamptonshire. That's exactly how you say it.
Northamptonshire.
So this was him. How like a lot of us remember, he was quirky, dancing
he's a
on stage,
creep.
kind of funky.
Creep.
And down here, I mean, he's an older gentleman now. Still kind of quirky though.
Do you think he follows football?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Those are all the celebrity birthdays. So everyone else who has a birthday today or knows of someone that has a birthday today, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So today, as you well know, Rudy, we celebrate National Chocolate Covered Pretzel Day.
Today, okay, these four right here that we're going to get into, this is like maybe minus the walk to school thing. I mean, this is awesome. Pumpkin seeds, pretzels, and fraps.
So, I mean, it's very like fall related, right? Like pumpkins and chocolate and fraps and walking to school. It's nice weather.
You only walk to school in nice weather. That's right.
Yeah. So it's also National Frap Day. We got National Walk to School Day, which is maybe like something from the old days. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then we got National Pumpkin Seed Day.
So did you walk to school? Quick question.
I did.
You did?
I did. Growing up, I walked to back to and from school. Wow. All the way up to high school even.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, my parents refused to let me walk to school.
Wow.
Even if I was like, okay, in middle school, I lived about 2 blocks away from my school.
And they wouldn't let you walk.
And they wouldn't let me walk.
Wow.
Even if it was like a nice clear day, I just had my bag with me, they would say, "No, I want to go pick you up." I don't know. I guess very protective parents are.
I guess it was a different time, right? Because like me, I was going to school. It was the 80s and 90s, and I'd be walking home. And if it was pouring rain, I'd be covering my head, walking home like.
Ruining your books, I'm sure.
I'd be running like home from bullies and whatnot. Like it was an adventure, definitely.
See, that's probably why my parents refused to let me do it, because they're gonna say this guy's gonna get into some kind of trouble or do something.
Maybe.
No, yeah, it was a different time. I guess that was the 2000s then. So I don't know, I think my parents are just cautious overall.
Yeah, and here you are.
And here I am. I'm alive and well. Thank you, parents.
And here I am.
Thanks to your parents, too. All right, which story do you want to get into first?
So let's talk about the parrots.
Okay.
I really like this story.
I knew you'd like this one.
Yeah, no, it's a funny story. So let me do a little recap. So I think this is somewhere in England, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in England, and it's had like a zoo. They might call it something different, like a wildlife something over in England. But it's pretty much a zoo, and they took in these parrots who were, I guess they used to belong to people, but for whatever reason, people no longer want them in their home, so the zoo will take them in. And apparently these parrots have been taught to curse. And so they, they thought it was funny. You got these 5 parrots like cursing up a storm. Every time the zookeepers or whatever would walk by, they would like call them names. And
they use a very British profanity too.
Oh yeah, definitely. There was definitely British slang, not American slang. And because of that, they decided to remove them from public display because obviously they were going to start, cursing up a storm at the, especially at children. They didn't really want that. And I think what they eventually decided they were going to do is they're going to put them in they're going to separate them eventually and put them in separate displays or cages with other birds. And what they're hoping is that hopefully they start learning other words other than the cursing. And they hope it's not the other way around, where they start teaching the other parrots to curse, because then they're going to end up with like over 100 cursing parrots.
So, okay, I don't want to give the blame just to the parrots. These parrots are poor animals that are, locked up in this little place. Who taught them these curse words?
Well, the owners, right? The previous owners. They were like pets, apparently.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they were pets, and I guess for whatever reason, the owners no longer wanted them, so they got donated or were taken by the zoo.
Well, that's probably why they donated them. They taught them all these cuss words, and they said, "Oh, I'm going to troll the zoo now," or "Now my bird knows all these curse words and is saying all these curse words to me. I might as well donate them."
Yeah, I mean, I used to, growing up, we had like 2 parrots in the home, and yeah, they used to talk, but we didn't teach them any curse words. They would just, the standard like, "I want tortillas" and things like that.
Was it Polly want a cracker? That kind of thing?
No, it was Jose wants a tortilla.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we would feed them like the corn tortillas.
And what happened to those parrots?
They eventually got old, and I'm guessing they died. I moved out of the house, and they were still there. I'm assuming they later just, as all animals do, they died.
You should have freed them outside in the wild.
Well, that's for another time. We can talk about that, but yeah, let's move on to the next story, shall we?
Let's do the lottery one. This one got me kind of heated. This one got me heated.
The reason this caught my attention was because it's a Florida woman. And anytime you hear Florida man or Florida woman, you're in for a pretty good story.
They say Florida woman and also Louisiana woman, apparently.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
so keep an eye on Louisiana next time.
In this case, we got Florida woman out of luck when winning lottery ticket gets lost in the mail. So she won the lotto, right? She didn't win millions, but she won $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And come on, who couldn't use $1,000?
I sure could.
I know I could.
I think a lot of people would.
Yeah, for sure, right? So she, because of COVID, her only option was to mail it in. So she sent it through certified mail. And I don't know if you've heard, but the mail has been a little bit slow lately, or there's been some issues going on with the U.S. mail. Well, apparently it never got to where it was going. And now they're telling her, well, without the ticket, we can't give you the prize money.
No ticket, no money.
No ticket, no money. So apparently she's out of luck, man. Poor Florida woman, man.
So they're going to show this poor woman on the video. And I think at one point she says it was like I won $1 million, but it was only $1,000. But if you have a ticket, if you have a winning ticket, and you got to drive a couple of hours to drop it off, wouldn't you just go drive and drop it off?
Well, okay, look, here's the thing. So once you win a certain amount, you can't cash it at like a convenience store. If it's a certain amount or over, you have to either mail your ticket in or drive to Austin. In the case of Texas, you have to drive to Austin, I believe, to cash it. I don't know if $1,000 is worth the drive up there.
You don't think so? $1,000?
I don't know. I mean, how much do you waste for gas and food and lodgings and?
Buy a bus ticket, $30. Go get your winnings. You come back.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's just me. If it was me, I'm driving to Austin. I'm going up to the lottery commission, handing in my ticket to the person who I need to hand it to, and I get my winnings.
Well, apparently Grace is saying that she thinks certified mail is insured. But
Probably.
when she did it, like, where you can check the status of where the mail is, it's saying it never got to where it was going. It got accepted by the mail service, but it's lost.
I saw that accepted at Tallahassee, like to
Tallahassee.
the town, but it
Okay.
never got to the right person. So
Right. Isn't
someone, I
Tallahassee the
think,
capital?
yeah, this is speculation. Maybe someone at the post office, sees the mail and it says to the lottery commission, and they see what it is, and they see the ticket, and they say, "Hey, you know what? I think I'm going to pocket this."
All right, stop right there, man. You're insinuating that our mail carriers for the federal government are capable of doing such a thing?
I think people are people. I'm saying anyone could do it. Anyone who's in the put me full screen. If you're down, if you're really down and you need money, what's easier? Rob a bank or steal someone's lottery ticket? That's
Well, I
just
mean,
me.
I
That's
guess
what I'm,
I guess we'll never know, right? But she's out of luck, and unfortunately, we always hear about these Florida people who are always up to some crazy things. But I feel bad for her, and I hope that they make it right by her.
I think they said if it winds up or if it turns up and it has the right dating and the postage, they'll give her the money. If
That's
it turns up.
awesome. Yeah, yeah, as they should, I think.
Yeah.
Give her her money.
Give her her money,
It's
please.
her money. Give it to her
It's,
now.
I want it now. All right, this last one.
This last one, man. Woo! What a
I've been waiting for
story.
this one
Where'd you
all
find
day.
this one?
This one I found, I think through just Google News. And I wish I could play the sound. Should I try playing the sound for it?
No.
Okay. We'll
As
leave
we've
the
seen in the
we'll leave the
past, it's really horrible when we try to play sound.
Okay. I'll just share the the photo of the pianist here. Let me try saying his name. Mr. João Carlos Martins. Oh, that wasn't that bad.
So he's what, Brazilian, Portuguese?
Yeah, Brazilian, and he was injured. At first, they said he was injured in playing soccer, which is very Brazil. And then another injury he got also through
He got
yeah, he got
assaulted.
hit. He got assaulted, mugged, yeah. Which also kind of Brazilian too, very Brazilian there too. But anyway, he was injured, and then he got fitted with these bionic gloves, and for the first time in a couple of
20
decades, I
years,
think,
I think.
yeah, 20 years, he sat at the piano and was able to play. I'm just gonna play the video. I'm not gonna play the sound. It's very emotional.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the video, I was in tears. I was in tears.
That's very brave of
I'm
you to
I'm
share
still
that.
getting choked up as we speak.
Just watching it. No, I need the sound to the full immersion, but yeah, it's very emotional. Nice, looks like a nice guy, nice bloke.
So what he did for the last 20 years, he was conducting music instead of playing. I guess because that's kind of what he's into. So, but and he said he tried a whole bunch of different things throughout the years, but it wasn't until he got a hold of these bionic hands. And guess how much they cost him?
I didn't read that. How much?
What do you think? How much do you think they cost?
Okay, two gloves, two bionic gloves. I'm gonna say $500.
Nope. One more guess? Any guesses out there?
$300?
No.
How much?
So they were 89 bucks.
For both?
Yeah, for both. Can you believe that? His
Wow.
life changed for the better for an invention that cost less than $100.
That's awesome.
That's probably what I took away from this story was that this completely changed his life, and it was just for such a small amount of money.
It
No,
was,
not
and it was,
10K.
and it was, it was just what's it called? An inventor that just made them out of the blue.
It doesn't really go into it in the story, but like it said, he had tried lots of different things.
That is amazing. 80
So
bucks
Grace
for
is saying
89
that
bucks.
if he were to have gotten those gloves in the U.S., it would have cost him 10K. You know, maybe,
Unfortunately, something like that. Yeah. Or
maybe.
he wouldn't have been covered in Yahtzee. But that's something else.
That's for a different time, for a different
That's for a
podcast.
different show. But yeah, there he is conducting, doing his thing
Yeah.
10 years ago. So good for him, Mr. Joao um, Martins, Carlos Martins. So
Cool.
those are good. That was a good one to end on.
On a good note, a positive
And
note.
what else do we have? We have the book festival coming up. I'll just mention that. Let me
Okay.
see. When's the book festival? It's
It's
Thursday,
at the end of
Friday,
November, I believe. Like the 20,
October.
I mean, sorry, October. Stand corrected. Yeah, in October. It's, I think maybe the 28th, 29th,
Starts the 29th.
29th.
Let me go to the Facebook. Super prepared right now. Let me get to MPL.
And I believe, well, so I believe this is going to be the first year. We're going obviously we're going to be virtual, but it's also the first year where we're going to not only include children and teen authors, but we're going to have adult authors too.
That's right. So let me find the. I know they posted the website or a lot of information. Here we go. So, okay, so one of the first events, actually, you will be there, right, for the poetry and wine.
We'll see, but yeah, that's planned as the first event.
We'll see. Let me see. Let me zoom in. Okay, here it is. Oh my gosh, I zoomed in way too much. Great. Now I gotta go back down. So it's either just gonna be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
4-day virtual event.
Here you go. South Texas Book Festival presents Poetry and Wine, an evening of literature. And you'll be talking to the Texas Poet Laureate, Emmy Perez, and Jose Antonio Rodriguez. There'll also
And
be a promo video from House Wine. And these other ones. All kinds of stuff. There's gonna be, what is this here? Oh, your hidden superpower. That's the second day where we talked about this last time, where Adrienne Bankert is doing a Q&A on her book, Your Hidden Superpower, which we're giving out for free. And then the last event is going to be the drive-in movie. Do you know what movie they're going to be showing?
I don't know.
I believe it's going to be Wonder.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, right?
Let me find out here for sure.
And people can always look this up by going to South Texas Book Festival, or they can Google South Texas Book Festival.
Here we go. Is that it? Booktacular. This is something else. author readings, panels, all kinds of stuff going on this day. And these are all going to be virtual for this year. So that'll be fun. That's going to be the end of October. Next week, for sure, I'll be more prepared and have it all set up, ready to look up. So what do you say, Bobby?
Well, we close another episode of the Water Cooler. We're getting close to the end of the year. So much going on. 2020 was just a year that I think we're not ever going to forget. And,
That's for sure.
I don't know. We'll see what the future holds for us. There's lots of changes coming up. I know that, at least for me personally. But I don't know. You know, it's always cool to do this show. I look forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. We are over 500 likes on our NPL Adults page, and we're so close to 200 subscribers on YouTube. So make sure you like and subscribe. I think that's it for this week.
And we always appreciate a thumbs up.
Leave us a thumbs up and some comments.
All right. Well, we'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.